Hey, what's up everybody? Alaska's Talk here. I had such a good time making yesterday's video that I just had to, I was inspired to make another one, right? So yesterday, instead of doing my homework like I should have been, I did a little more digging into some things just to see what I could find. And I think I may have found part of a piece, like a missing puzzle piece that I was searching for before. And so um, quick disclaimer, I'm no professional trader. I don't have any secret insider information on Ocugen or anything like that. I just use what I can find and research. Just looking all over Google and doing my own research to find this information. So don't think that I have like the secret answers, right? Anything that I say in this video is just my opinion on what I've found. None of it could be right. Okay, so keep that in mind. Don't use this video to go out and purchase Ocugen or anything like that. It's just for entertainment purposes only. But yeah, today's video, we're going to talk about a couple different things. We're going to look at how to use Fibonacci's like a pro. I'm going to show you guys how to set it up to where, because you may have noticed that my fibs don't look anything like what you do when you try and use yours on TradingView. And having said that, since we're going to be learning about the fibs, it would be, if you don't already, it would be in your best interest to check out TradingView because it's just a pretty simple chart that you can use, and they have some really good indicators and things like that that have more settings that you just don't have on Webull or other ones that I've found. So for this video's purpose, you may want to set up an account with TradingView if you haven't already. So let's go ahead. Oh, and then after that, we're going to talk about that missing piece, right? I think I may have found the company that is partnering with Ocugen, or if they aren't partners already, they should be, because it just makes so much sense after what I'm going to show you today. All right, let me pull up the charts here. Alright, let's get right into it. So you may say, this looks nothing like mine when I use the Fibonacci retracement tool, right? So today I'm going to show you how you can make yours look like mine, and it just is easier to understand because there's not so much going on, and you can set up for the golden pocket like I have it here, so you can see the best times to be buying or selling. So let's get into it. Let me go ahead and reset this one. So this is probably what it looks like when you use your Fibonacci tool. So this is just too much, right? There's too much going on here. It's very cluttered, and you don't really need to have all this on here. So first thing to do, right, we just get rid of this. If you don't know, the Fibonacci retracement tools over here on TradingView, right, you have your trend lines you can do here, and then it's just below that called Fib retracement, where you can click this arrow and kind of see all the other ones that there are there for you to research. But today we're going to be looking at the Fib retracement, and on my last video I showed you that when you place your retracement, you want to do it on the bottom, right, the lowest low of right before you had this trend change, the bullish trend. So, and then let me just pull that over here. So now that you have that, we're going to go into this little push the cog here. That's the settings. And then it's going to pull these tools up here. Go ahead and turn the trend line off. I don't use the trend line. If you want to do a trend line, you can do it on your own. You don't really need that there on this one. And yours may have these extend right or extend left on. Go ahead and deselect those if they're selected. I mean, if you like it there, sure, but oftentimes you'll be making multiple retracements on one screen, so having it go all the way to the right like this will get very cluttered. So you can go ahead and just take that off. And then, so we're going to change these around to different colors, right? The 0 one, or the 1 and the 0, you could leave the same if you want. But some of these we don't even need. We're going to go ahead and turn off, deselect that one, and then for this one you can go ahead and change that to green. And it's already bothering me, so just go ahead and come down here and turn the background off. You don't need that either. I'm going to switch this one. Oops. So the 0.5, I like to put kind of like a lighter color yellow, because you're getting down close to the accumulation zone there. Oh geez, I don't know why I keep doing that. Click over here. So the 0.6181 here, you can change to that gold. And then since we're not going to be using this one here, this 0.786, you can actually go ahead and make that 0.65 and make that one the same color as this one, that gold. And that's your golden pocket right there, is typically in between the 0.61 and the 0.65. So you can make those two gold, and then this one kind of a little bit brighter yellow, and then this one green, and then I'm just going to go ahead and make this one up here. Why do I keep clicking on the line? I'm going to go ahead and make the 0 green as well. And you could make these like pink and red, so you know you're getting close to the top where you wouldn't want to be buying, right? It's getting kind of overbought, so the pink and the red's kind of telling you, okay, stop, you know, if you want to. It's just easy to see this green color, and some of the colors it gets kind of hard to read the numbers over here. Alright, so there's that. You don't need these ones either. Okay, just stick with these here. Deselect that one, and we're gonna go ahead and turn off that one as well. So we just have these here. It's just a lot less cluttered, a lot easier to see what's going on. And we're also gonna go down here. This might be on percents for you. If you like percents, do that, but I like to have it on the levels. I'm going to change the prices off. It's just much easier to read the levels and everything with less clutter going on your screen here. For me anyways. You don't have to do any of this if you don't want to. It's just an easier way to see what is going on. Alright, so now you should have your fib that looks like mine, and you can go ahead and up here up top you can name it whatever you want, save it, or maybe it's down here. Yeah, I think you name it up here, and then you'll click down here on template, and then you'll say save as, and then you'll have your different templates that you could click on, and this would be your, you can name it golden pocket, right? That's what I named mine. And okay, so that's how you do that. And you can see now to use this tool, the Fibonacci retracement, and the golden pocket we have here. The golden pocket is just a really special zone. You could call it the accumulation zone, because oftentimes in retracements it doesn't go below that, right? Unless there's a huge volume push to really push them through these kinds of targets like that. And you can see we respected it here. It hit resistance in the golden pocket perfectly. Would have been an amazing time to buy some more shares there, because then we went back up. We hit the 0.38 as resistance and came back down. And Friday we hit the top of the golden pocket here and quickly bounced back up, right? And you can see each time that we get close to the golden pocket, you can see is when we form these fractals, which is what I was talking about on my last one. And what's going on there is that when you get down into this range, the bulls are saying, hold on, way oversold. They push back, it compresses it back up to what's called these fractals here, which lets you know that the bulls, it lets you know that the bulls are really pushing back and taking charge at these levels. Same thing happened. We came all the way down here to 50 cents. Bulls said, hold on, I don't think so. We pushed back to compress it into this massive fractal candle here, and we'll see what happens in the coming week. I think we may see another fractal or two, or we may just start coming back up to recheck this resistance zone. Hopefully we get some more volume to push it back through. And one thing that's kind of cool, let me bring this over here like this. And then, like I said, this is one reason why it'd be good to not have the lines going all the way across, because I'm going to do another one here where I'm going to start it on our low here and go to the top over here. So you can see we're hitting the golden pocket again, right? We went way down beneath the golden pocket, and bulls said, hold on, I don't think so, way too oversold, and they pushed us back above the golden pocket there. And even more interesting is you can, let me show you this. I'm gonna do another one. I'm gonna start it at the same exact spot and end it at the same exact place. But this one we're gonna reverse. You can come down here and hit reverse if you want to see from like the bearish side. You can see now it's reversed, right? Our golden pocket's up top because we reversed this whole thing. And you can see that if you remember our volume profile, right in the middle, the two pockets here, because look, we came back up, and what do you know? Boom. We hit resistance right at the golden pocket of the reverse Fibonacci, and we came back down, and we hit this one. So we're bouncing between these two areas, and would you know it, this area right here in the middle of these two golden pocket zones is where that volume profile, right at 55 cents, where the POC, the point of control of the volume profile, is right in between these two. And so hopefully that kind of clicks some things in your head of how all this works, right? It's not just magic. This is how all the math works to trade, and where people to kind of see what's happening here and why, right? I think the why is the best thing. It's not just magic. There's a reason why it happens like this. All right, so let's start getting on to the more juicier stuff that you guys that are probably here for, right? You want to hear the business deals, you want to know about the partnership, what is going on with Ocugen, and when are we going to get back to $1? That is the mystery question, and that's what we all want to know. And I found something pretty interesting. First, so Aaron is going to this, see Aaron here, is going to this little thing here called the Outsourced Pharma Capacity Update Cell and Gene. This is just a quick little thing here that I'm going to talk about. So he's got going to this on February 15th. It's just a little online thing here. And this kind of talks about it a little bit. Outsource Pharma provides comprehensive analysis and exclusive content from thought leaders for the advancements of global outsourcing of drug development and manufacturing. So he's going to this thing. It's kind of like a little networking thing where he's going here to do some networking, right? To kind of see the CDMOs are like bigger companies that do the manufacturing. So something like the company Jubilant that we had that manufacturing deal with. This is something he's going to find a company like that, but on a global scale. So that's just one interesting thing that I found that he's up to here coming up on the 15th, right? We're still looking for more partnerships and connections, not just in India, right, but globally from all over. So that's why we're still searching for these kind of things. Some people, because I've seen some people post Twitter and stock twits and stuff like that saying, why this is bearish to me that they keep going. What? Bearish that they're still trying to find global partnerships other than India, right? They're not going to stop just in India and Canada or whatever. They're going to keep seeking deals from whomever, wherever, not nationwide, internationally, right? So absolutely bullish that they're still doing these kinds of things. All right, next, last night Ocugen, not last night, but last week or whatever, Ocugen posted that they're going to the Pharma Market Research Conference, and last night after making my video, I said, let me look a little more into this and see if there's just anything that I missed that could be useful to figure out what's going on with Ocugen. And so I came and I looked here the day that Ocugen is doing it, which is on the 7th, and it shows their kind of like keynote. Since its beginnings, biotechnology has become more nuanced and personalized, and today, gene therapy in particular holds tremendous promise to cure debilitating conditions, right? He's going to talk about the history of biotechnology, future prospects, the rapidly evolving landscape of gene therapy, Ocugen's approach to modifier gene therapy, real-life impact for patients and communities, to make gene therapy more accessible. I said, okay, that's pretty interesting. And I kept looking down here, and I remembered this here. I don't know if I ever put this on one of my videos, but I had posted this on Twitter and a couple other places where this FWD Pharma and this other guy, Charles Fuller, had posted on LinkedIn, together we are partners in productivity and delivering life-sustaining solutions, tagged Bristol Myers Squibb and Ocugen. And, you know, I kind of speculated like, hey, is there some unannounced partnership or something that's going to be announced pretty soon? And I said, you know, I don't know what this is, or this could be any random guy, but if you look into these companies, it's not just a random guy. But I couldn't find anything to link these two companies together that we do have a partnership or anything yet. So then I started looking into that, and I said there's got to be something. So I looked down here after I saw, I thought of that picture again, and I said, well, let me see if Bristol Myers Squibb is going to be at this place. So I started searching through the days to find them on here, and then I got back to conference day 1 where Ocugen is talking, and I kept going down, and at the very bottom I saw this at the end of the day. That's a very weird title here, but funny. Oh shit, or whatever that word's supposed to be. Another BD request. And Bristol Myers is there. And if you don't know what a BD request is, it's a business development request, right? They're searching for business partners, developments, acquisitions, partnerships, right? They're looking for business development. And I said, well, hold on. If Ocugen is up here talking about their therapies and how they're a biotechnology company, healthcare ecosystem, therapies, that's exactly what Bristol Myers is looking for. So I'm like, they're both at the same place, looking for the same thing, right? Well, Bristol Myers is looking for companies to partner with or to buy out, right? Because they're a huge pharma company. And here's Ocugen pitching exactly what Bristol Myers is looking for, which we can see on the Bristol Myers business development page here. A leading biopharma company partnering is a key priority for us and plays a critical role in our strategy. We seek to combine external innovative science and technologies with our eternal capabilities and expertise to transform patients' lives through science. We are active across the entire business development spectrum, and all our collaborations are essential to evolving our portfolio and driving our long-term sustainabilities. So, innovative science, technologies, a lot of the same words Ocugen is using as their talking points. And furthermore, when you go, let's see, is it why partner with us? So yeah, you can come through and read all these different things that they're looking for in partners, and Ocugen hits every single one of those. Maybe it's this one here that I'm looking for. No, bear with me here. Trying to remember. Areas of interest. Sorry about that. This is what I'm looking for. So they're looking for therapies, right? Therapeutic areas, which Ocugen hits that. And they are looking for cell therapy. Companies that do cell therapy technologies. So also right up Ocugen's alley. So I'm thinking, okay, they're both in the same spot. Why are these two companies, if they're not already? They should be, right? Somebody at Bristol Myers, BMS, and somebody at Ocugen is really messing up if these two companies aren't already connecting with each other when they're both looking or have the same things that each other wants, right? So that's just one little thing that I found. And that right there made me start looking into a little more. And I'm like, okay, these two companies have to have something to do with each other. And I remembered after seeing this picture, I said, well, let me see if Bristol Myers Squibb, BMS, has any places in India. Like, do they have business out there? Do they have a building out there or anything? And I remember back then, when I found that picture, that I saw that, oh yeah, they have a location in Hyderabad or Telangana. I said, that's pretty interesting. But I left it at that, like, okay, well, BMS does have a location there. It wouldn't be too far-fetched to think that they might have something to do with Ocugen, or very well could, right? It'd be easy enough since they're both right there in Telangana or Hyderabad. And I kind of left it at that. But then last night, after reading this, I said, let me look into this again. There's got to be something. And after remembering that, I said, well, let me see what I can find out. And then if you remember, the Post, U.S.-based Ocugen to establish R&D center focused on gene and cell therapies in Hyderabad, and the picture of the Telangana government with the head people at Ocugen posing with the picture and saying, we made this agreement with each other, right? Some sort of partnership that Ocugen hasn't announced yet for whatever reason. And I remembered that, and I said, well, let me look back and see if Bristol Myers Squibb had ever done some sort of agreement with the Telangana government. And then this is where it gets really crazy, is because they have. I found this article: Bristol Myers Squibb to establish a drug development facility in Hyderabad. I'm like, that's really interesting. What other connections? Or is it the same Hyderabad? Is it the Telangana government? And I started reading through this article, and I see here that it says, the BMS Hyderabad site will support the pursuit of therapies at the forefront of scientific discovery with the goal of bringing an exciting new generation of life-changing treatments to patients. And I said, that sounds really familiar to what Ocugen says in this right here. Engaged in cutting-edge R&D. That's also something that Ocugen, well, it's supposed to say R&D. That's also something that Ocugen often states, is that that cutting edge, right? I don't remember if they say it right here on this one. But that is something that Ocugen also says. And in fact, when you look at these two pictures, or these two articles, I said, wow, something very, very familiar between these two articles here, with the Bristol Myers Squibb and the US-based Ocugen article. And lo and behold, who was the man that set both of these connections up? Is our man K.T. Rama Rao, the same man who set up Ocugen with the Telangana government. Right? So let's go through these articles, right? I mean, if these two companies are not already in partnerships, they should be, right? I mean, look at these articles. I went ahead, everything that's the same, well, not everything, because I got sick of doing this. There's so many connections. Everything is the same that I color-coded, right? Bristol Myers, world's leading biopharmaceutical company. Ocugen, a leading biotechnology company. State-of-the-art site. State-of-the-art research and development in Telangana, in Hyderabad, India. Same thing. Telangana and Hyderabad are the same place. Different names. Developing cutting-edge modifier gene therapies. That's Ocugen. What is BMS looking for? Engaged in cutting-edge R&D and digital activities. They'll support the pursuit of therapies at the forefront of scientific discovery, right? In Ocugen, cutting edge, forefront of scientific discovery, same thing. Therapies, right? So Bristol Myers is looking for exactly what Ocugen is bringing to the table. And by the way, this was in February where BMS met with KT Rao and set up this. And Ocugen was May, right? Just a few months later. Tell me these two companies aren't already intertwined and connected. Right? So it wasn't just KT Rama Rao, the same two people that were there making the deal, right? The Telangana Life Science Government crew. Jayesh Ranjan was there, and Asakti, right? Both of these key players were at both companies, Ocugen and BMS, have made a deal some sort of deal with the Telangana government. And the deal with Bristol Myers Squibb, they said that they are bringing $100 million to the table for Hyderabad to create their R&D place here. What else? Expanding operations in India and transforming Ocugen into a global organization. BMS. Specifically, the new site will further expand their global footprint, right? Same talk here. Pioneers, innovative approaches to medicine with patients at the forefront. Expressed gratitude for the opportunity and commended the collaboration with Telangana governments. I'm delighted to welcome Bristol Myers Squibb, a vibrant ecosystem of Hyderabad, innovative and world-leading Ocugen, emphasizing vibrant biotechnology. All the same talking points, cutting-edge R&D, establish R&D centers, right? Cutting edge up here. So, you tell me these two companies aren't working together. I'll put the links to these down here so you guys can continue to read the rest of these and look for yourself. Right? All the connections between these two articles and these two companies and the guy on LinkedIn, partners, Bristol Myers, Ocugen, all these things are really adding up. Right? And you can even look at the talking points on here. Future prospects of biotechnology. All these talking points right here are also mentioned in the Bristol Myers Squibb thing here, and they're talking in front of Bristol Myers at this Pharma Market Research Conference. If these two companies aren't intertwined already, it would make absolutely zero sense, right? Bristol Myers Squibb to invest $100 million in Hyderabad to set up Innovation Center. The company has entered into a memorandum of understanding in the regard in the presence of Telangana Minister for Industries K.T. Rama Rao. Same exact guy who just several months later did the same exact thing, put out these two same exact articles of one company who's searching for everything that another company is doing. You tell me what you think's going on, right? Here, let me. Wait. You guys tell me what you think is going on here. All these connections, these two articles. There's no way that these two companies are not going to be working together in the future. If they haven't already established a partnership, then it is huge failures on both parts, Ocugen and BMS. It would make no sense that they're not already working together. So you tell me down in the comments, what do you think? Tell me I'm wrong, tell me I'm right, tell me what research you found that would state otherwise, really. See if you can find something where these two companies aren't going to be connected, and you tell me. Alright, you guys. I'm glad that I took the time to make this video for you guys, but now I really need to go get busy on some homework, and we'll see you next time.